August 22nd, 2024. Embrace desires and be open with what you want. There are few things we dream about our entire lives. Those that we hold on to exist behind the beating pulse of our heart. Some shine bright with only a matter of time before they wind their way through our hearts and out our bodies as we work towards them, breathing life into them. Others, they still beat, sickly, discolored, and often out of rhythm. This dream seems to have a pulse behind its rhythm that staggers its intensity. I hold this one close inside, tucked away as safe from the outside world as it could be. This one has been a long time dream, my oldest, I think. I could always remembering making this wish, those nights crying into my pillow as a small child after spending those days alone, which was preferably to the screaming and hitting. I grew up rejected. It's not something one forgets. There were 3 people who loved me unconditionally as a child. My mother worked 3 jobs, trying to bring stability, and my grandparents who were always there until they weren't. Our relationship torn asunder for years. Very few core memories are tinted in those nostalgic colors of remembered happiness. I didn't see a lot of examples of this dream growing up, at least not ones I can look back at now and remember positively. I've often wondered what it would be like to be loved by another person. Not familial, not or platonic, but fully and wholeheartedly loved by another being who's equal to you. Someone who mirrors your heart and thoughts. Someone you know who also feels the same way as you. Someone who walks into the room and you know they are there. When you feel their eyes on you, you fight a smile. Who you know has your back and is willing to talk through things. Who will stay up with you during those days where all you've done is wonder, why am I even here? Who you'll run out in -39 for whatever they need. Who you know will do the same. The person who you can give yourself to in the way you can't give yourself to those you hold close. Someone who sees you to the very true and raw core at your center and still loves you for it. The person who will wrap their arms from behind and you feel safe and sink into the sensation. The person who doesn't ask you, what the fuck is wrong with you, and instead pulls you into their chest and holds you tight during a night terror. The other person who, when chest to chest, your heart beats in tandem and you breathe in one another. Someone you know who will not use their fists and their words in anger and violence. Who shows and tells you every day that you are respected. They show you that they love you in ways you know and understand. Who are there for you, talk to you, and help you up when you're down. Who sometimes know you just need a blanket when you're laying on the floor because the world is too much. Who's always willing to try the ridiculous concoctions and even make them together. Someone who remembers the little things, the things that are habit, routine, and important. Someone who loves you not due to guilt, but due to full-hearted respect, admiration, attraction, and connection. I've often wondered what it's like to be kissed gently on the edge of the water. What it's like to hold hands with someone and your fingers aren't being held in a death grip. I wonder what it would be like for someone to see me, to see all of me, to see my wounds, to see my strength, to see my beauty, that understand that my drive to survive has been beaten into me as a child, that I know that there's something worth working towards and fighting for, that I will be disgustingly loyal to a fault, and that I'm going to need to talk about things. Someone who understands that when they're in my heart, they're there. Regardless of intensity and length, their name and essence will be scrawled on the walls of my soul, who will know that they will never be forgotten and more often than not forgiven. Except for those few names framed and tagged and put on display as warning, I've forgiven my monsters too many times to count for the sake of my peace. What's it like to come home to someone where you're excited to see them? What's it like to have them excited to see you? What's it like to be in the presence of someone you know you are truly, completely, and utterly safe with? I'd like to let down my walls with the right person. I'd like them to let them down too. I want a partnership, companionship, not just someone going through the motions standing beside me, but someone who's holding my hand and keeping pace. That is truly a simple act that means the world to me, holding hands. I've only ever met a small handful of people whose hands I've enjoyed holding. I'd really like to be holding someone's hands now. I've got a lot of tough decisions to make. I don't even care who anymore. I just dearly want it to be someone who cares for me and I for them. I'm starting to think that this is a dream that needs to be tucked even further away. Love. My dream is love. I will share this with the void, for there is no one left to turn to.